Look, this clipping, this was you, Simon, before the war.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the saddest scenes in animated TV shows. We'll be getting into spoilers for various cartoons, so consider this your warning.
Well, I'm just afraid he'll miss her.
Then you can miss her together.
Number 20. Mr. Wynn sends Mai to America. Hey Arnold. Parents often have to make tough decisions for their children, and the sacrifice that Mr. Wynn had to make for his daughter is no exception. In the episode Arnold's Christmas, we learn about Mr. Wynn's backstory. We discover that while the Vietnam War was going on, he tried leaving the country with his daughter Mai for the United States.
I begged the soldier, please take us. Help us fight a new life. But he could not. He said there was only room for one of us.
Unfortunately, though, there wasn't enough space on the helicopter for both of them, so he could only send Mai and not himself too. He had to give up seeing his own daughter, but in doing so he guaranteed that she would have a better life. Though the sacrifice is sad, it makes Mr. Wynn's inevitable reunion with Mai worth it in the end.
Father?
Mai? I can't believe it. Mai, is it really you?
Number 19. Kenny dies of an illness. South Park. One of the best running gags in this show is how Kenny McCormick always finds a way to get killed off. Yet for as many times as he's danced with death, the episode Kenny Dies has arguably his most emotional send-off.
Dad and Kyle have always sort of been two best friends, and well, I don't know if I ever told you this, Kenny, but I kind of always thought you were my best friend.
When Kenny is left bedridden with a terminal illness, he asks for Stan to be with him for his final moments. Stan, however, is reluctant to go to the hospital because seeing Kenny in his current condition hurts too much. And when Stan finally musters the strength to go, Kenny's sadly already dead.
Hey, Kenny! Oh no.
This is one of those surprisingly complex moments that takes the cartoon down a different direction. Instead of the normal comedy we're used to, we get an up-close look at grief. Number 18. The fallout of Rose Quartz's secrets. Steven Universe. Secrets are risky business because they have the power to shatter relationships. And as it turns out in the episode Rose's Scabbard, Steven's mother, Rose Quartz, had quite a few secrets.
But Rose didn't have a lion.
It seems like her stuff in there.
No, Rose didn't have a lion, because if Rose had a lion, I would have known about it.
Rose kept many things secret, even from us.
In fact, when Pearl discovers that Rose hid things from the gems, she takes it personally. She and Rose were close friends and fought by each other's side. So learning that Rose Quartz kept secrets from her felt like a betrayal.
Everything I ever did, I did for her. Now she's gone. But I'm still here.
It also forced her to look at things differently, and this understandably led to Pearl feeling pretty glum throughout the episode. Even though Steven eventually cheered her up, the sadness that she experienced was painful to see. Number 17. The death of Bunny. The Powerpuff Girls. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup gained a new addition to their family with their sister Bunny, but the fourth Powerpuff Girl had a troubled life. She was born with genetic abnormalities, which meant that unfortunately she wouldn't live too long. Even though she got off to a rocky start, she used what little time she had left to fix her mistakes and save her sisters and all of Townsville. But while she defeated the Powerpuff Girls' enemies, her body slowly failed her, and she soon died in an explosion of light. Bunny never got a fair chance at life, but she did what she could do to help her family. As such, her death was mourned by both the Powerpuff Girls and the fans.
Oh, it's so sad, I can't take it.
Number 16. The truth about Donnie's parents, the Wild Thornberrys. Sometimes the most comedic characters have the most tragic pasts. Take Donnie Thornberry, for example. He was usually a fun, loose cannon type of character, but several flashbacks revealed his much darker past. His biological parents worked as wildlife conservationists who were attacked by animal poachers. The poachers wanted to harm the orangutans that Donnie's parents grew close to, and though the parents put up a fight, it'd be a losing battle.
They saved the orangutans from the two wicked men, but lost their lives.
After his parents' deaths, Donnie spent time living with the orangutans before getting adopted by the Thornberrys. The flashback sequence completely changes how we see Donnie.
I think we know now, more than ever. We're meant to take care of Donnie.
It's kind of a miracle that he's so lighthearted after suffering an unimaginable tragedy like this. But thankfully for him, he never let that pain define him. Number 15, the clone of Mary Jane evaporates, Spider-Man. It shouldn't be difficult to see how losing the love of your life can be incredibly traumatizing, and Peter Parker had that exact experience happen in the final season of the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. In a shocking plot twist, Mary Jane is revealed to be a clone who spends her last moments alive becoming a puddle of water.
If any part of me is anything like the real Mary Jane Watson, she loves Peter Parker more than anything in the world. More than anything.
Not only does this mean that Peter's wife slipped through his fingers, but she wasn't even his actual wife since she was a clone. What happens to the original Mary Jane then? Would Spider-Man ever find her again? These questions ran through the heads of every fan watching.
What happened to you, Mary Jane? I can't go on without knowing. Not as Spider-Man, not as anyone.
The dramatic revelation not only killed off a major character, but also sent Spider-Man through a whirlwind of emotions. Number 14, Waiting for the Train, Tom and Jerry. Falling in love can be the greatest experience on Earth, but losing love could destroy you. That's exactly what happened to both Tom and Jerry in Blue Cat Blues. When the cat and mouse lose their respective girlfriends, they end up incredibly depressed.
Well, that's the story. The story of a cat with a broken heart.
They're actually so distraught that they find themselves sitting on train tracks waiting for a train to come hit them. If you thought this was a little bit dark for a kid's cartoon, you weren't wrong. Everybody was thrown off by the horrifying implication that Tom and Jerry willingly took their own lives. It's truly sad to think that this iconic duo could end up like this. Normally it's just Tom, or occasionally Jerry, who loses, but this time they both lost.
With every bit of her true blue, ever-loving heart.
Number 13, Beatrice's Funeral, BoJack Horseman. The relationships that we have with family aren't always perfect, and BoJack knows that all too well considering his strained relationship with his mother Beatrice. When she finally passes, BoJack delivers a eulogy at the funeral.
Lived a full life, that lady. Just all the way to the end, which is, now I guess.
It's a wild ride that speaks of the highs and lows of his past, and also about the importance of churros, if you can believe it. He reflects about his last moments with his mom, and it's hard not to be affected.
It's the last thing she said to me. I see you. Not a statement of judgment or disappointment, just acceptance and the simple recognition of another person in a room.
At the core, this is a speech where BoJack has to come to terms with who his mother was as a person. Well, actually, who she was as a sentient narcissist with alcohol use disorder talking horse, but never mind, you know what we mean. Number 12, the Monarch reunites with his dad, the Venture Brothers. Despite easily being one of the show's greatest villains, the Monarch also worked pretty well as the superhero the Blue Morpho. Speaking of Blue Morpho, the original was Monarch's father, who was believed to be dead. However, a shocking plot twist revealed that he was actually alive, having been resurrected as a brainwashed robot. But when a chance encounter allows the OG Blue Morpho to be reunited with his son, he regains his humanity for just a moment. Unfortunately, the scene turns to chaos, and though the Monarch sees his dad one last time, their reunion is ultimately bittersweet. It's hard not to feel bad for the Monarch. He should have had more time with his father, but sadly, it just wasn't meant to be.
Daddy?
Number 11, Ace's death, Justice League Unlimited. The DCAU had all sorts of emotional moments that made it a standout amidst superhero cartoons, but nothing hits like this scene from Epilogue. As the Justice League tries stopping a dangerous telepath named Ace, they learn that her health is extremely unstable.
When she goes, the psychic backlash could kill everyone in range of her powers. That's a distance measured in miles.
She essentially has the power to create catastrophic amounts of destruction if she isn't taken out of the equation. While Batman agrees to solve the problem, he does it in an unconventional way. He shows Ace empathy and warmth in her final moments, sitting with her as she dies.
They got their weapon. I got cheated out of my childhood.
I know what that's like.
You do, don't you?
It's easy to think of Batman as a dark creature of the night, but this tearjerker of a scene reminds us of his humanity. Good luck trying to watch this without crying. Number 10, Brian dies, Family Guy.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Griffin, but Brian's injuries are just too severe for us to save him. I don't know how much longer he has, but I suggest that you all go in and say your goodbyes.
Considering the sometimes crude nature of Family Guy, this emotional moment came as a huge shock to viewers. As Stewie and Brian are setting up for a game of hockey, Brian is unexpectedly hit by a car while Stewie watches helplessly.
Oh, Brian! Oh my God!
The Griffins rush Brian to the vet, but his injuries are too serious. He thanks the family for a wonderful life and tells them he loves them before passing away.
I'm sorry. He's gone.
Thankfully, the show revived Brian 2 episodes later, but his death really brought on the tears with its surprising poignancy.
I couldn't live without you, so I came back from the future to save your life.
Number 9. Spongebob loses Gary. Spongebob SquarePants.
Gary! 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 Patrick!
Huh?
I can't find Gary!
This show has definitely dealt some emotional blows before, from SpongeBob almost dying due to pie, to Sandy's heartbreaking homesickness.
I wanna go home.
However, its saddest moment is when SpongeBob loses his beloved snail Gary. After SpongeBob forgets to feed him, Gary runs away from home. A devastated SpongeBob searches all over Bikini Bottom, fearing his beloved snail is gone forever. As he puts up posters and apologizes publicly, the song Gary Come Home plays in the background, reflecting SpongeBob's sorrow and tugging at the audience's heartstrings.
Please come home, 'cause I miss you, Gary.
The episode has a happy ending when SpongeBob and Gary are reunited, but SpongeBob's panicked search is sure to strike a chord with anyone who's ever lost a pet.
Gary, your purring is making it hard to forget you.
Gary! Oh, Gary!
Number 8. Rick almost takes his own life. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty definitely doesn't shy away from darker themes, but this moment really highlights the troubled nature of its titular mad scientist.
But I know how it goes with us. I lose who I am and become part of you. Because in a strange way, you're better at what I do without even trying.
After Rick is dumped via letter, he returns home and retreats to his lab. Unfreezing a deformed creature, he comforts it, then puts it out of its misery with a death ray.
Are you afraid of me now?
Rick then intends to use the death ray on himself, but thankfully passes out before it powers up. This scene is a real gut punch for the audience and serves as a grim reminder that Rick's mind, while brilliant, is a very dark place.
I wanna run away with me now.
Number 7. Pops' Sacrifice. Regular show.
Show yourself, coward!
I'm here!
Regular show is known for its relatable characters and 80s references, but it's also known for having one of the most bittersweet series finales in cartoon history.
Oh, this can't work, Pops. The minute you let me go, I'm gonna blast you into nothing.
I know, so I'm not going to let go.
Rigby, Mordecai, and their friends are caught in an epic space battle with Anti-Pops, the powerful evil brother of the jolly, kind-hearted Pops. Realizing it's the only way to save his friends and the universe, Pops sacrifices himself.
Don't worry, Mordecai and Rigby. I know you're sad, but I promise this is a happy ending. Take care of each other. Goodbye.
After the battle, the gang returns to Earth, and they raise a statue in honor of Pops while David Bowie's Heroes plays in the background. It broke our hearts to lose such a beloved character, but at least he went out as he wished, protecting those he loved. Number 6. Homer and his mother are separated again. The Simpsons.
Well, there's my ride. The underground awaits.
After believing his mother has been dead for over 2 decades, Homer discovers she's alive.
Mom?
Homer?
I thought you were dead!
I thought you were dead!
As it turns out, his mother Mona was identified while attempting to destroy Mr. Burns' germ warfare laboratory, and had to go into hiding to keep her family safe.
I'll miss you, Homer.
Mona and Homer are reunited, but their happiness is sadly cut short when Mr. Burns tips off the FBI to Mona's whereabouts, and she has to go back into hiding.
At least this time I'm awake for your goodbye.
Oh, Homer. Remember, Whatever happens, you have a mother, and she's truly proud of you.
After they're separated once again, he sits on the hood of his car to quietly watch the stars as the credits roll. Number 5. Janice's illness. Why Charlie Brown, why?
The teacher told us you were in the hospital. Your fever must have been really awful. Well, it wasn't just the fever. I have cancer.
We often turn to cartoons to escape reality, but sometimes they touch on the most tragic aspects of real life. In the Peanut special Why Charlie Brown Why, we meet Charlie and Linus's new classmate and friend Janice. Janice starts to feel sick and is hospitalized, where she's diagnosed with leukemia.
My blood has cancer in it. Are you going to die? Good grief, Charlie Brown. What kind of question is that?
Due to her aggressive chemotherapy treatments, the young Janice loses her hair and is made fun of for it.
Hey, look at this, I'm baldy! You blockhead! What's the matter with you?
Linus steps in to stop the torment in an incredibly emotional scene sure to shatter even the hardest of hearts.
Would you like to go through what she's gone through? Think about it! Or don't you ever think about anything?
The special ends on a happy note, but this all-too-realistic story is an emotional sucker punch from start to finish. Number 4. I Remember You. Adventure Time.
You took this picture. Ugh, you've scribbled all over it.
Oh, are they good lyrics? I'll get the keyboard.
The Ice King started out as Adventure Time's main antagonist, but this episode reveals his tragic backstory during a duet with Marceline.
Marceline, is it just you and me in the wreckage of the world? That must be so confusing for a little girl.
Years before the series, the Ice King, then simply known as Simon Petrikov, rescued a scared young Marceline in the catastrophic fallout of the Mushroom War and kept her safe. Unfortunately, their life together could not last, as the crown that grants the Ice King his powers and immortality also strips him of his memory and sanity.
This magic keeps me alive, but it's making me crazy, and I need to save you. But who's going to save me?
His curse is viewed as a metaphor for bipolar disorder and Alzheimer's disease. Anyone who has loved a person who struggles with mental illness can relate to the emotions Marceline expresses as she sings with him.
Please forgive me for whatever I do when I don't remember you.
Number 3. Chuckie remembers his mom. Rugrats.
Sometimes I dream about having a mom, though. It's always the same dream, too. We're always outside, and there's lots of grass and flowers.
We didn't expect to learn quite so much about love and loss from a show about toddlers. In this episode, the babies prepare for Mother's Day. Chuckie doesn't understand why he doesn't have a mom to give a gift to, but he recalls having a mom in his dreams.
Look, everybody! It's the lady I told you about from my dreams!
After realizing his dad is the bestest mom ever, Chuckie finds a picture of the woman from his dreams and gives the picture to his dad Chaz as a Mother's Day present.
Hi, little guy. Did you and your friends have fun?
A mournful Chaz explains to Chuckie that his mom passed away when he was very young and takes him out to the garden to show him the beautiful flowers she planted.
All those flowers? She planted those. She used to love to come out here and play with you.
Chuckie realizes he didn't simply dream up his mom. He remembered her all along.
See, guys? I do have a mom. She's right here in the flowers.
Number 2. Leaves from the Vine. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Happy birthday, my son. If only I could have helped you.
Given that Avatar: The Last Airbender is considered one of the greatest cartoons of all time, it's no surprise that the writers knew how to make us tear-bend. The vignette, The Tale of Iroh, follows the kind, wise Iroh as he helps strangers around Ba Sing Se.
While it is always best to believe in oneself, a little help from others can be a great blessing.
He then journeys to the top of a hill and sets up a birthday memorial to his son Lu Ten, who tragically died during the failed siege of the city where Iroh now resides. Iroh honors his son by tearfully singing as the sun sets in the distance.
Leaves from the vine, falling so slow, like fragile, tiny shells drifting in the foam.
This moment is made even more poignant by the fact that Iroh's longtime voice actor Mako passed away before the episode aired, and the episode is dedicated in his honor.
Brave soldier boy comes marching home.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The Loss of a Friend, Superman the Animated Series. Superman could stop just about anything, but even he can't stop death.
Goodbye, old friend. In the end, the world didn't really need a Superman. Just a brave one.
Darth Vader and Ahsoka's confrontation. Star Wars Rebels. Ahsoka thought that she could bring Anakin Skywalker back. Unfortunately, she was wrong.
I won't leave you. Not this time.
Then you will die.
Robin's trauma. Teen Titans. Robin believed he had Slade beat, yet the villain continued to haunt him inside of his mind.
What happened?
You are hurting me.
Slade ran right by you! How could you let him get away?
But, Robin, there was no one there.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Seymour Waits for Fry, Futurama.
I won't be gone long, Seymour. Just wait here till I come back.
This episode starts with Fry finding artifacts from his old workplace, including his perfectly preserved dog Seymour.
I recognize all this stuff. Petrified sausages, old Mr. Vitelli, and that's...
Through a series of flashbacks, we see Fry find a homeless Seymour and feed him, creating a powerful bond between them.
Aw, poor little guy. You look like you haven't eaten in a month. Here, but if Mr. Panucci asks, your name is Seymour Asses.
In the process of cloning and restoring Seymour, Fry finds out that the dog lived for 12 years after Fry was cryogenically frozen. Fry assumes Seymour lived a happy life after he disappeared and stops the cloning process. Tragically, the audience learns that Seymour actually waited for Fry to show up to work every single day for 12 years before he died of old age. Seymour's unwavering loyalty and Fry's lack of understanding create the perfect storm to give us the most heartbreaking cartoon moment of all time. Are there any other animated gut punches we missed? Share all of the feels down in the comments.